Across the silent, dead airwaves where nothing should be broadcasting, a strange and utterly cold frequency has begun subtly slipping through the static, a steady tone so impossibly familiar that it feels like it somehow originated from a hidden, forbidden place that was never meant for human ears to ever hear. When the official narrative claimed Broadcast Station 07 was permanently shut down back in 1998 due to persistent, unfixable technical malfunctions, every local resident swore that one specific monitor inside the abandoned control room would inexplicably flicker back to life every single night, showing an unidentified man standing completely alone in the dark. Investigators eventually captured truly unsettling footage of the main control panel powering itself completely back on without any external grid connection, with dusty, forgotten buttons illuminating one by one in a perfect, deliberate sequence, clearly suggesting an unseen operator was finishing a final, forgotten transmission that the machine should have lost decades ago. Deep within the harsh, distorted layers of the ongoing static signal, a barely audible, chilling whisper started repeating a complex series of precise geographic coordinates that, when meticulously tracked, only led investigators from one suddenly deserted broadcast facility to the next abandoned station across the entire country. Reviewing the final surviving security footage recovered from the cursed Station 07 showed the entire terrified crew running frantically out of the building in complete panic. But the most disturbing element was that every single face visible in the frames was unnervingly blurred out, looking less like simple motion artifact and more like direct signal interference, actively targeting and erasing their very identities. One bizarre night, multiple monitoring stations across the region suddenly received an unauthorized and baffling emergency alert emanating from one of the supposedly dead abandoned towers, warning explicitly about catastrophic rising oceans and unbreathable toxic air. Details describing a future catastrophe that, thankfully, never actually occurred. The last remaining engineer who ever worked on that equipment made a truly chilling statement during his final, heavily redacted interview, asserting that the station itself never truly shut down, vividly describing a perpetually ice-cold hallway where he distinctly heard faint, fragmented whispers of old broadcast audio emanating directly from the solid walls around him. During a recent, highly secretive investigation into the tower's decay, an unlabeled VHS tape was discovered hidden underneath some rusted equipment near the main antenna, and when played, it contained completely new broadcast footage, time-stamped 14 years after the station's supposed permanent closure, showing a presenter reading accurate headlines from a future that has not happened yet. After weeks of intense forensic analysis on the strange recurring tone, audio technicians realized with mounting horror that the sound was not random electrical interference at all. Instead, it was a distinct steady pulse that began to gradually and unnervingly accelerate, as if whatever entity was transmitting it was slowly waking up and finally ready to be found. In the very last recording ever captured from the site, after the mysterious frequency finally reached its absolute, deafening peak, every single monitor in the building abruptly went dark, except for one solitary screen displaying the stark, plain white text message, "We were never off the air," before falling into complete silence. Yet the original unsettling tone continues to echo across all the empty radio channels.